Saturday in Chicago, there's going to be a protest of sorts, a rally, expecting thousands and thousands of people to show up in downtown Chicago to look at an issue that's pretty contentious and one that was heard by the U.S. Supreme Court last year, expecting a ruling that could impact Roe v. Wade sometime this summer. And it's the issue of reproduction and abortion and whether or not we have controls over abortion or if it's going to be, as Illinois has put a trajectory of having access to that medical procedure. Well, to talk about those who oppose abortion and the rally that's happening in downtown Chicago for the March for Life Chicago event, we're joined now by the director of that event, Kevin Grillot. He joins us on the WMAY morning news feed. I'm Greg Bishop at 641. Kevin, thanks for taking time with us this morning. Of course, you've got a pretty cold situation up in Chicago. You've got vaccine mandates. You've got a whole host of other things. Why Chicago?
Well, Greg, tomorrow's supposed to be bright and sunny. I think it's going to be upwards of the 30s, so I'm looking forward to that. You're absolutely right. Chicago is exactly the place where we need to be marching, and it's the biggest problem. Cook County alone has more abortions that occur than 4 neighboring states combined. When you look at Wisconsin, Indiana, Iowa, and Missouri, Cook County has more abortions just than those 4 states. So it's a huge problem, and there's a huge public response coming because of it.
So we had the governor, J.B. Pritzker, sign the measure repealing the parental notification law that ultimately says that minor children seeking an abortion, their parents don't have to be notified. Tell us about this. What are the impacts when it comes to parents and their ability to know what kind of medical procedures their minor daughters are going to be undergoing?
It's absolutely surprising that governor would repeal parental rights here. This becomes the only state in the Midwest to not at least notify parents before performing this medical procedure on their daughter. And it's something that the majority of Illinois residents, in fact, 72% of the Illinois residents were in favor of the law itself. So the fact that he moved and he buried it on December 17th when he signed it on a Friday, I think he's trying not to show it to many people or to cover it up, but this is a radical step out of line with the entire Midwest.
We're talking with Kevin Grillot. He is the director for March for Life Chicago, an event tomorrow afternoon. And you're right, even down here in Springfield, it looks like it's going to be a bit warmer. It'll be sunshine up in Chicago. Tell us about the details. What do you expect? Who's going to be speaking? How many people are you anticipating?
We're anticipating in 2019 and 2020, we had thousands of people, over 8,000, 9,000. So we're anticipating a large turnout, and we're looking forward to returning back. Last year we did a tour in several different Midwest cities, but this year it's bringing the march back to downtown Chicago, right down Michigan Avenue. We have Representative Avery Bourne of Morrisonville, 95th District, will be speaking. In fact, she said recently about the governor's change to repeal parental notification, she said, the significant change in our law is out of touch with the majority of Illinoisans and puts girls in Illinois and across the Midwest in danger. Parents deserve the right to know if their minor child is seeking any major medical procedures. Also joining us to speak is Pastor Chris Butler at Chicago Embassy Church, and we're looking forward to his words as well about he is calling for justice for both the mother and child. And so people are joining at Federal Plaza, downtown Chicago at 1 p.m. for the rally. The march will follow after that, and the route is posted at marchforlifechicago.org.
Kevin Grillot is the director for March for Life. You're on the WMAY morning news feed. Kevin, what do you say to those who want easier access to this medical procedure out of concerns of health for the mother, maybe those who were abused or raped or cases of incest? Should they not have the choice to access this medical procedure?
What Governor Pritzker did in repealing the Parental Notification of Abortion Act, that act already had a judicial bypass in place. So people who were in very difficult situations with maybe a threatening or dangerous situation with a parent or a guardian had a way to move around that. This doesn't change that. What it does do is enable a lot of people to put pressure on young women and really on girls to have abortions. And so it doesn't take a step forward. It doesn't change any better advancement of healthcare here. It just separates parents from their children.
Kevin, we know that Illinois has a large number of people coming in from out of state to get this medical procedure. The of course legislature is at least very pro-choice when it comes to the positions they've taken. How do we best, I guess, deal with this? How do we best manage this? This need for some individuals who may not have the right stage of life to have a child, and they may make a decision to either not have that child, or should there be more pathways to adoption? Should there be better ways to manage higher quality outcomes? I mean, how do we deal with that aspect if we're not allowing access to this medical procedure?
There are lots of advancements in social services that we could do if we are focused on helping keeping mothers and children together. For example, the March for Life Chicago is doing a diaper drive. We anticipate last year we had over 156,000 diapers donated, and several thousand will be coming tomorrow. So it's a tangible support. In addition to that, the convention that we're hosting at Hilton will connect thousands of people to volunteer at pregnancy resource centers across the state of Illinois. And we're promoting multiple of those networks, including Aid for Women and Women's Care Center, because they are opening new locations throughout Illinois to serve women and children. So our response shouldn't be to separate the family, but to do things that helps put them together, support them on that.
Now, we do have note here that there is going to be a counter protest with Defend Abortion Access, countering the March for Life protest. What's your response to that group?
You're welcome to come out and hear the message. I think we have an incredible list of speakers that they can hear from, and it's great to see that people of different opinions are coming to hear the pro-life message.
Kevin Grillot is the director for March for Life, joining us on the WMAY morning news feed at 6:47. And just recap, when is it, where is it, and who's going to be part of this?
Tomorrow, January 8th at 1 p.m. at Federal Plaza. It's 50 West Adams in downtown Chicago. MarchForLifeChicago.org has all of the speaker lineup, including Representative Avery Bourne, Pastor Chris Butler, Cardinal Supich, and many more.
And then, Kevin, your understanding of what the U.S. Supreme Court hearing on this issue of abortion, what are you anticipating coming this summer with the ruling?
We're thrilled that the U.S. Supreme Court has taken up this issue, and we're looking forward to hearing their response. Based off of the oral arguments, we have reasons to believe that change is coming, as many people are talking about. And that's why we're only further increasing our efforts here in Illinois.
Well, and even in Illinois, if that change does come, it's not going to apparently do anything to Illinois' abortion laws.
At this point, but in fact, we're really looking forward to many people from across Illinois, as well as across the Midwest, coming to Illinois to stand up for rights, because, as you mentioned, this is something that is impacting neighboring states, and people are responding to that. So I can anticipate in several years from now, as well as in the coming near future, people in Illinois are going to be shifting direction.
Kevin, greatly appreciate you taking the time with us. Be safe tomorrow. Stay warm, and I imagine we'll talk again in the future. All right.
Thanks so much, Greg.
It is the WMAY morning news feed now 6:40.